Oh, yes.
Okay, so now you're live.
It makes a good television.
That audio doesn't have to.
No, I'm just kidding. It'll be fine. I guess.
I thought they were lit too. Yeah, they're lit now.
Oh, is that what it is?
Stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Rick Lacombe, present. George Merrill, present. Noel Hinckley,
Present.
Teresa Rancourt,
Present.
Laura Clifford.
Seven.
Gender adjustment. Ceremonial presentations, recognitions, Garrett Ashton. Presentation.
I'm going to ask Nick Perry, the interim fire chief, to come up here with me. This is a life-saving medal that Adam Thacker actually got for me to present to Garrett, and Garrett, you can come up. So on July, I don't know how many, the town has already awarded Garrett something, but on July 17th, my husband had a medical emergency over at Boulder Cemetery on Route 132. Garrett happened to be working with him that day, and Garrett, of his own, called the ambulance for my husband. And once the fire trucks and everything went by Boulder Cemetery, because no one knew where it was, Garrett went out and actually flagged them down to show them where my husband was at that time. So, you recognize it, right? Okay. So on behalf of the town of Sedatus again, and the Sedatus Fire Department, and me personally, Garrett, thank you so much for being there that day to really save my husband's life. I thank you very much. Okay, great.
Thank you again.
All right, Garrett, you can go to your Boy Scout meeting. Thank you.
Public hearing, informational meeting, mixer, special amusement permit. I need a motion to go into public hearing.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
So this is for mixers for their special amusement permit for live music, comedy, fundraising, etc. So,
Is there somebody here from mixers? It's right there.
okay.
Can we ask questions?
Yep.
Okay. How have things been going?
It's been going very good. We put a lot of security in. I think we're having good product in and out. I haven't heard a lot of complaints from anybody. We work close with the PD, the local sheriff's department as well. And it's been all right, summer, it's up and down, so.
Do we have anyone from the police department here to speak? Usually there is when it comes to.
We do not, but the clerk asked if there were any issues, and he had there was no printout to be able to be gotten. He went to the police department and asked. So there have been no calls that they had recorded.
Okay, yeah, usually we do have a police rep to speak about it.
But the code officer is here to speak.
Yeah.
Are there code violations?
There are violations at the state level. Back in July, a phone message came over to apply for an amusement, looking to have folks standing outside of the building. And I made a phone call to the fire marshal's office, and there appears to be that there is a plan of correction, which has not been responded to at this point. And I called today, they had sent out a reminder as of October 1st, and still they had not received a response.
That response has been submitted to the fire marshals. I have an email on my phone with their reply. The problem with the response is they're hitting building codes for the owner of the building. They're claiming that it has to have fire barriers in between each unit. This business has been there for 93 years. It's never, ever had a fire inspection done. So we follow the procedures, all the electrical upgrades, all the emergency exit upgrades, all the signage upgrades have all been completed. So now it's between the building owner and the fire marshals on, does the building have to be upgraded to meet all the current codes? Or is it all grandfathered? But I do have an email response on it.
Is he here this evening or
No,
they're not here?
Have you reached out to the owners?
I have reached out to the owners. I do have the email with the owner and the lady that receives all the packages for the fire marshal permitting. And it's back and forth. She says, okay, once you get all your sprinkler, your barrier codes and everything else, once you get all that, submit all that as one package so that they can review it. And again, this has not been looked at in over 14 years. Right, and I've had this discussion when the fire marshals came in last year when I followed all the procedures, did the application the way it's supposed to be done, and told them, I said, hey, you guys can't kill me on this. You have not permitted this place in 14 years, and it has always been a dance club.
When did you get that email?
I got this email, I think, last month.
You have no copies of this email?
I didn't print it out, I do have it on my phone.
Yeah, it would just be very helpful if we had copies of it.
I can email it to you if you like to respond. I get you right there. If you write that down, I'll email that straight to you. But again, all the electrical portions and any other fire exit portions that they hit, we did do all the upgrades. So right now, it's the sprinkler room, because when the roof blew off, they never went in and did the fire seal in the sprinkler rooms. There's no posting of sprinkler heads, and there's supposed to be a spare head that's supposed to be in the sprinkler room. And then the fire barrier between the Chinese restaurant, the fire barrier between the Chinese restaurant and the tobacco shop, all the way down to the subway. Those are what the current hits are.
And some of it is, lack of response. The documentation provided was not a signed contract, only a proposal, and no completion date was
Right.
provided.
Again, those are all the barriers for the building.
Outlets within 6 feet of sinks required with GFCIs.
Those have been correct. It's,
So what does the fire marshal say? Because those other businesses wouldn't be able to operate it, I would think.
So what I heard today from the fire marshal's office was, the facility has an outstanding statement of deficiency that we have not received any response for. The plan of correction they had sent to us was not accepted, as it was lacking documentation for several of the deficiencies that were identified during the inspection. Mr. Lapointe was sent a new updated statement of deficiency on 6/3/25 and still have not received a response or the additional requested documentation. An additional reminder letter was sent by the office on October 1st.
and I have the response to that one on the phone.
And you're Mr. Lapointe, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you obviously submitted that to the building owner,
Yes, sir.
right? Because they were responsible.
Yes, sir. And I had that email with the building owner and the person that processes.
Are the sprinklers working?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so it's
All the
it's just the
inspections,
other.
it's just all the, what do you want to call it? The background information,
Mhm.
right? All the 5 years been done. We just currently had the quarterly inspection was completed, right? Everything works. It's just to get the building owner and the fire marshal to come to the agreement. I can't control what the building owner submits. Yes, ma'am?
Well, Ginny, I'm just kind of curious, so this was this letter from the fire marshal was directed to Mr. Lapointe, not to the building owner, am I correct in assuming that? Shouldn't it have gone to the building owner where they're in charge of making sure everything is up to code and not his responsibility?
I don't know how the state feels about that. So I'm sure that the state knows that you're not the owner of the building per se.
I know exactly how the state feels is, their answer is you were the one that applied for the dance permit.
Okay.
I'm like, what do you want me to do, rebuild the building? And that's not our problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. The response time between June and October, why was it so far apart?
The building owner has been in verbal communication with the fire marshal,
Directly.
but that does not count as answering the questions. My current response was, the following have all been repaired. Here's the electrician that did the repairs. This is the owner's problem. The owner is working with engineers and architects to come up with a solution that has been in direct communication with the fire marshal via phone call. Their response to that was, this is not an adequate answer.
So should
So-
the business owner be here tonight?
The building
The
owner.
building owner, that's what I meant. I mean, if, you knew you were having this problem.
But the fire marshal has also been saying, we're gonna work with you on this.
Is this a new permit or extension of a current permit?
Continue.
Well, it's a continuance.
Yeah. When does the current one expire? November.
It would be helpful to have seen those emails so we could actually see the response from, see what.
And I would have done that had I known this was gonna be.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
sent them to you and brought all the documentation, as well as the building. But again, the fire marshals had not issued a permit in 14 years.
Well, it's due in November.
So like the end of
End
November?
of November.
I'd say middle,
That's
actually.
the
It looks like
report that's
November
attached.
18th, so.
So we have another meeting in the meantime.
To get this done.
So they came in on February 4th, and you didn't respond till June 3rd?
No, I had several responses
Letter says that what they
since
submitted
February.
wasn't completed. They had a redid the plan.
Every time I did a correction, I would send them a correction email and an update to their sheet.
So they won't give you a license though without this all done?
They will not issue me a permit. And again, they have not issued this bar a permit in over 14 years. As far back as I could trace, it's over 14 years. There are no active bars in this area that have a dance permit issued by Augusta Fire Marshal.
You guys have any?
John?
I haven't seen Young's Chinese restaurant come in here for a permit, or the bake shop or Subway. Do they all have to come in for permits?
No.
No, dance.
No.
No, his is
Entertainment.
entertainment.
But they have businesses, they don't have to come in for any kind of permit?
They don't have alcohol and they don't have a crowd entertainment, so no, they wouldn't.
That's why I like Uncle Mo's and the new one that's gonna open, they would have to keep continuing to come back.
Well, the Legion has to keep
And the
coming
Legion,
back.
yeah. And Disco.
Yeah. Um,
So this doesn't show.
I would say get the building owner in here.
What violations have been corrected? What violations have not been corrected?
The ceiling in the sprinkler room.
So is it 3?
The current updated list of sprinkler systems and heads that's supposed to be posted in the sprinkler room, and the fire barrier wall, which this building did not require a fire barrier wall when it was built. It's wooden structure, so you can't really put a fire barrier in between wood beams.
What's the fire department say about that?
I was just gonna ask that.
Liability wise, I really don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
I would say that a business owner is still responsible for keeping up code, whether it's because
Exactly.
there's been times where nightclubs have like chained door shut, not saying that you would do that, but like, that's why business owners are expected to also follow up with code. It's not just the building owner, but it's just such a tough thing, it's liability that's why the fire marshal office does it.
Ginny, is there any way to, or Mr. LaPointe, is there any way to get the building owner in here so we can address this with him?
I'm sure Mr. Rancor would come in.
Is it Paul?
Brian,
Oh, Brian, oh, it's Brian. Gosh, I hate Brian. He's a beep.
We should table it.
Yeah,
If because you can still operate right now. What date is it up?
I think it's the 18th.
that's in the
Yeah.
select board.
Is it the next one?
Yeah, the 18th, looking at that.
Okay, yeah, it would be, because we don't meet on the 4th as an election.
Right.
So, so the concern.
but my biggest thing is this permit, if I never asked for this permit, it wouldn't be an issue. It's never been issued in 14 years. A fire marshal, I've had this discussion with him saying, why am I being docked and punished for you guys never doing this for 14 years? They've cashed checks for 14 years of the prior owner submitting the permit.
The prior owner didn't own it for 14 years.
They submitted it and never had that permit.
Right,
Never
there's
had a
been
dance
few owners, a couple at least. There was,
Right, Bob and Christina had it before
Yes,
that, before that was Mike Lau.
yeah,
This place has operated for since 1993, and the state has never issued that permit. They said, we've been watching it and eyeballing it. So like I told them, so I messed up by doing it the right way. Now I'm being held hostage for that. And we have gone through and corrected everything that I could do with the exception of construction on the building.
I think one helpful thing for me would be the summary from the fire marshal approving the modifications that were made and that they're accepted. And so like these were accepted and these are still a deficiency, I think would be helpful.
And that'll be on the current sheet that I sent her. And it'll also have my response saying that we need to contact the business owner and come up with a resolution. Because every time I talk to him, he's like, I have been in contact with Chad at the fire marshal's office verbally, but I don't think that gets updated unless it's written.
And then also for me, I think that just because things have been some way for 14 years, I think it's important to kind of.
Do it the right way.
Right, and so I think we have a meeting on the 18th, which is when the current permit would expire.
Yes.
So I would either recommend just putting it to the 30th if we could, or if we're okay waiting to the 18th to do it that night, but.
Jenny?
When did you purchase the place, sir? Sorry.
I just purchased it last year.
That right there is probably what triggered the fire marshal.
No, I submitted a permit.
Right, but there's
It's what
new
triggered.
ownership, it would trigger, and the codes have changed. They get updated ever so often. It is on the owner to do that for this man, so he can have his business. But you gotta get the owner to work on the building, and that's kind of between him and the owner.
Right.
And you said it's the firewalls that are holding you up?
Firewalls is one of them, and then the
Sprinklers.
ceiling in the sprinkler room and certain poster requirements, which the poster requirements are being resolved right now.
So my concern, and on this side of the board, is if we were to approve this, knowing that those deficiencies are there, and God forbid something happened. If there's a fire or something, and we were knowledgeable of these things and said, go ahead, I would hate to see us liable
Yeah, I
for
agree with
allowing
you.
that.
I agree. Yeah. So we're probably gonna table this tonight. And hopefully get Brian in here to, I don't know, Ginny, would that help if the building owner came in and kind of told us where he's at with this, or?
You can't, I think the liability thing is something you need to consider.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And the fact that you can't make the owner make the changes, it really is between the tenant and the
Okay.
landlord.
All right.
So can I just also say though, and I don't know, but like for bodies to be standing, is it still a checkered floor? Okay, so for bodies to be standing on a checkered floor is a liability because there's nothing in the roof. But literally 10 feet over at the Chinese place, they can stand there and wait for their food and it's not, but we're okay. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
I get
Like,
it. I get it.
It's different assemblies.
Yeah, isn't that kind of silly?
Different assemblies, but the same building.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas the Chinese place has one exit and I have 6.
Right.
Oh. lot of times, depending on the assembly, also depends on the firewall and how much burn time is between each facility.
The other argument I had was the Chinese place is not that old in this building. How did it get put in this building without having fire barriers put in?
Yeah, well,
Because they had to add that kitchen and everything.
So for Mr. LaPointe, though, for the, Ms. LaPointe?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for the next course of action, we as a board are asking for an update from the fire marshal and the business owner.
That business owner needs to be contacted like tomorrow morning and let him know what's going on.
Right,
So
so,
he, obviously, he's in touch with the state.
Right.
And we don't know if he's getting ready to do the fire barriers or whatever,
right,
right?
and the fire marshal has not shut us down.
Well, that's the other
The
thing.
state fire marshal has not shut you down.
Have you been in that attic?
Yes,
Have you
sir.
seen it?
Yes, sir.
And there's no pre-existing from way back?
No.
Because that building's been cut up so much.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, Mixers is expanded.
It is a wide open false ceiling.
So it's safe for people to dance for another 3 weeks.
Probably not, but I mean, you're right, that's silly.
Well, and the fire marshal has not said, we're gonna shut you down or pull the permit. They said, we're working with you. What was the words they used before was that, oh, we've been watching this place for a while. Right, because no permit was issued. So we are trying to do the right thing. We are trying to fix everything. I've also told Brian, I will go in and sheetrock that fire room. I will fire mud it myself. The barrier walls, I can't. And I'm not sure what the final stance from the fire marshal is gonna be on that. If they're just gonna say, okay, we're gonna keep pending permit, which they've been pending permit for 14 years. You go to their website, type in dance permits for Lewiston Sabatis, and you'll see mixers pending.
Would you bring in those emails tomorrow to the town office?
I can do that, yes, sir. I'll be down there.
If you could get them to our police so we could see the interaction.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're tabling it?
Yes.
Make a motion to come out of workshop.
Need a
Yeah,
motion?
make a motion to come out of workshop.
I'll second.
Then you need a motion.
I'll make a motion to table it.
No, we got a,
No,
You need a vote first on the
we got a motion and a second. We all, any more discussion? All in favor? So we're out of
Yes.
public hearing. I need a motion to table.
yeah, I'll make a motion to table it. So, was it November 18th?
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Thank you.
All right,
Make an
thank you.
initial appointment.
Appreciate
Good
you
luck.
guys.
Yes, good luck. Hopefully you guys can get it figured out.
Department head reports, fire, no reports.
Well, hold on. Nick, you want to stand up and introduce yourself,
Yep,
please?
my name is Nick Mayer. I've been at this job for working on my 25th year now in fire service. I recently was intern as a fire chief for 4 years. I resigned there in April, came to Sabatis. I got a phone call the following day saying I had a job there. I received a phone call 2 weeks ago from Adam asking if I would step in and be the acting intern chief. And I glad I said yes. It's a great group of guys down there. This town's got a lot of potential and a lot of growth, and hopefully I'm going to be applying for the chief's position, so hopefully we can get that going forward and keep on, just moving forward.
Thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Nick. Okay. So all the reports were given last week except building committee had something.
Okay, so I had a slideshow and pictures and videos and all kinds of cool things and did not execute that well.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I've enjoyed your videos you posted, especially when you were in there by yourself and you said it was spooky.
It was
Yeah.
great, and I don't know if that was my exact words, because I was very, like, being in the school pool by yourself and it's dark, and I'm like, oh, I don't do well with this stuff, but, I did it, and.
You gotta
be a custodian and be there till midnight.
Oh, no way, yeah. So, the Savannah Building Committee continues to make steady progress in evaluating and preparing the 36 No-Name Pond Road property for potential future use. Over the past few weeks, the committee members have donated more than 20 hours of volunteer time to clean and organize the building. This substantial effort reflects the community's commitment to making the space viable and welcoming. To support these efforts, the committee respectfully requests that any available cleaning supplies, we did raid the closet, and there is not a lot there. So if there is any extra supplies within the town, we'd be happy to kind of pick them up, or if they could be dropped off at the building. I know that's not always a thing, but, so even the modest of contributions would be greatly, appreciated in maintaining that space as we continue our work. In addition to the cleaning, the committee is working to donate a surplus of items found in the building. There's brand new curriculum books for middle school age, and a significant quantity of personal protective equipment, or PPE, left over from the pandemic. The donations will help clear a substantial amount of space and benefit other organizations in need. I think there was also a Special Olympics adventure for some jackets that we were trying to look at. The community survey was distributed via Google Forms to gather public input on the future of the building. So over 90 residents participated in that survey. It was just a web-based, just kind of to get something out. And it's nice to see the slideshow, which you can't. I'll send this to your emails as well, but currently, some of the questions were, you're a resident business owner, what would you like to see happen to the space? And there was a handful of people that said to sell it, destroy it, demo it, make it apart, whatever, don't pay for it. But the majority of the residents wanted to see things like a community resource center was 64% voted for community resource center, a food pantry, youth programs, a teen center, a senior services, small business incubator, health and wellness services, job training, career support, public meeting space, rented office space for small business, co-working space of shared business space, historical society exhibit or a museum, community library. So library, interestingly, had a 55%, 44 people voted for a library, and that was the most common kind of thread when I opened and asked what they think is lacking in our community. Outdoor recreation area, government municipality, a hair salon, facials, massage, bookstore, music store, urgent clinic, MD, dental office, veterinarian, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, Bean Stuffa, I didn't use Stuffa, dances, community events, birthday parties, wedding receptions, adult sports like basketball, pickleball was really big, family gaming, and somebody wants to take down some people in cribbage. So I thought it was really good because I also think that, like, personally, I resonate with a lot of those things too, as I have active kids and like to take a break from my husband sometimes. I like to go do things for myself, and you have to go out of town for everything. So you have to go 25, 30 minutes, sometimes longer to get a haircut or, to get a good massage or anything like that. So, and then Chad Sylvester of Android Vice Realty is scheduled to meet with Raquel to conduct a property review to assess the value and potential. Because that's our ultimate goal in June, to kind of present 3 options to voters of what to do with the building and have data and all of that behind it. So the committee understands the town's desire for a fiscally responsible community center, working diligently to explore options that align in that goal as well. We realize that we don't have money sitting around and that it's a cost with all of it. So in support of this vision, the Savannah Rec Club is going to be submitting an MOU to formalize their interest in using some gym space in the meantime. I also sent that and put that in your packet. And we appreciate the select board's continued support and look forward to sharing future updates as we move closer to presenting options for the community. So we are looking at by February having some budget items together as well for proposals to do that. So any questions?
Thank you, Lauren. Good job. And thank you to everyone who helped.
There's a few, you guys can raise your hand, a few budget members here, building committee members here.
Thank you guys very much. It looked really good when I went in there today. with the fire department, looked really nice.
Did you sign in?
No, we were, hey, you're supposed to tell me where to sign in, you had the keys.
I don't have keys anymore.
Well, you did, that's how we got in.
I have a pocket of them.
Raquel, did you tell him?
I did tell him to sign it because I didn't know you guys were going.
No.
The sign-in sheet when you walk through the door. We just have it as a, if something happens, there's proof that somebody was there, so.
Well, it's on video now. Sorry, I would have signed in. Breaking the rules, don't-
All right, unfinished business, police contract.
Yeah, we're waiting for legal to get it back to me, and I'm hoping we have it for Thursday night, where we're meeting anyway. So I've got it on the agenda just in case.
Okay, thank you.
New business. Election clerk nomination.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got a letter for each of you, because he likes to write, so pass those down, please.
It's like,
He does.
he loves to write.
So we thought he'd send that to you guys, try to explain where he's at with the elections. But I will read the Title 30A. So what he's found out is all you guys need to do is, so I've got a list of 9 names here for people that signed up, because I don't know if anybody noticed his Facebook thing he made where people could sign up to be a ballot clerk or be the warden or whatever. So we need to just sign these 9 people up, just as a group, and then he'll schedule from there. And it's not even necessarily that they're all gonna work, or they may be maybe here for an hour or 2 to cover. But yeah, they definitely all won't be here all day. I think he's got 2 that'll stay all day, and then the others he's gonna schedule to come
He
in.
says as of right
Oh,
now,
okay.
my plan is to have 2 people working full day with me as election clerk, 1 from each side of the aisle. I'm in hopes to have a warden lined up for the day as well. Then 3 times throughout the day, noon, 4, and 8, I will work with a separate group of people to process absentee ballots.
Yep. So he's got it laid out pretty good. So as this says, pursuant to Title 30A MRSA 26011, the undersigned municipal officers of the municipality of Sabattis do hereby vote to approve and confirm the following list as election officials as defined in Title 21A 1.14 within and for the municipality of Sabattis for a term ending November 30th, 2025. Furthermore, we authorize the town clerk to appoint a warden, Title 21A 501, and election clerks, Title 21A 503, from this list pursuant to all election laws of the state of Maine and this municipality. And you have Joan Karen, Tammy Davis, Rebecca Golub, Patrick Gus, I'm gonna butcher this. Yes, thank you. George Merrill, Tracy Rancourt, Stephanie Saltzman, Diane Whalen, and Terrence Wing. So we just need to have a motion saying that you are appointing these people, and then he can schedule as it goes.
And of course, George and I will abstain.
Yes, that's true, because you guys are on the list. Your wife couldn't do it because you're on the ballot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think we did it by Facebook, that's why.
Well, you did, but that's no, I had passed your paper in right at the very beginning.
Okay.
So next time, when you're not on the ballot, she can. Okay?
Tell her thank you, though.
Yes, absolutely. Because you were the first one who signed her up immediately.
Well, it's been trying for years.
The motion to approve the election clerk as presented.
Thank
Second.
A motion and second, any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
Thank you. All right. Signatures.
That's fantastic.
Two abstain.
That's awesome. I would have volunteered if I knew I could.
You can, as long as you're not on the ballot.
Oh, perfect.
You are, you couldn't do it.
I'm actually disappointed in you tonight. You always wear blue. Everyone has blue tonight.
You always wear blue?
You rebel. You rebel, you.
Thank you, George.
Okay.
Okay, next, workshop with planning board.
That's you.
That's me, yes. I'd like to get together with the planning board because we have, a lot of ordinances that we have to review. So I'm hoping to set up a joint meeting together so we can get through these.
I motion.
They're not gonna be able to make it on the next, wouldn't be able to make it next, in November. Correct.
Wow.
We'll be out of time. You've already had votes come in, so.
So I motion to hold a workshop, with the planning board on a mutually agreeable date and time.
I second that.
A motion in a second.
We can do it on an off week that we're not both meeting, so like the third, the second.
Would have to be the second one, yeah, because they meet the 4th. Yeah.
And you'll let us know, Rick?
Yes,
Do you want me to reach out to Ray, or do you want to do it?
I'm gonna,
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I will.
Hey, can we get those ordinances sooner than later, just so we can have time to look at them?
They've,
That's a Jenny.
Jenny, they've already presented the ones, right, already to you or us?
To you.
Yes.
They presented them to, Raquel,
Mhm.
and then she sent them to the attorney.
Okay, but I
Okay.
didn't think those were the ones you were discussing. I thought we were going over ones that we currently have that have issues.
We want to discuss that too,
We
but
want to discuss that too. We were
Okay.
looking at AvCog doing a recodification.
Right.
yes.
Remember, and updating and streamlining. Excuse me.
So yes, I can get copies to all
Regs.
of you of those, because I've got those. I forwarded those on to the attorney as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, you have a motion in a second.
You already did it.
Already voted?
No, you didn't.
We didn't vote
No, you
yet.
didn't vote it.
No, well, I guess I just said you didn't do this at all.
All in favor?
I'm gonna decline.
Jameson Crowley, MOU, Sabatis Rec.
Motion to approve that MOU. That's it.
Thank you. I'd also like to introduce Ashley Chance. She's one of our co-directors for our cheering program.
Hi, Ashley.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much for letting us be heard today. We appreciate it. Everybody has a copy of it?
Yeah.
All right. If you have any
No,
questions.
no.
No, not because yours is upstairs.
You want mine?
We can look at it.
Jameson, if you could
I have
just a quick
Yeah.
overview?
No, I don't want.
Would you like?
I can do that,
Yep.
sure. So I've been a status resident for 15 years, and this is my first year as co-director of cheering. This will be my 3rd year of coaching this amazing group of athletes, and this, our program typically serves around 50 kids per season, ranging from pre-K to 8th grade. The squads are broken down by grade range in 4 different squads. RSU4 only offers cheering to high school age kids, so having that as an option for our younger kids in the area is vital. Our program runs entirely on a dozen volunteer coaches and junior coaches who put countless hours into preparing routines. Many hours of behind-the-scenes work is poured into preparing for competition season, even before practice sessions begin. Oak Hill Cheer takes great pride in our program and kids and want to represent the town with great routines and positive attitudes and spirit season after season. Historically, the cheer program has been practicing at Libby Tozier for many years. With the recent closure of Sabatis Primary, the other schools have had to absorb redistribution of kids from other programs, specifically the before and after care program. This has caused our cheer program to be sort of shoved out of a practice space, as well as mat storage. Other programs / school administrators utilizing the gym space has met our pleading for compromise with brick walls and flat nose. Brittany Williams, who was very sad to not be able to be here tonight, the other director of the program, has put an infinite amount of time and energy to try and secure a practice space for our squads. After much back and forth communication, frustration, and negotiations,
She secured Carrie Ricker's cafeteria, though it is a space, it's too small for all of our mats to be set up, limiting our practice experience. Traditionally, space for routines uses 7 mats. Carrie Ricker can accommodate 5 for us, so we're not able to expand and take up the space that we want to. So this limit in space significantly hinders our potential for tumbling, stunting, and utilizing practice space to get the most of our routines. We would like to propose use of the former SPS gym for the Rec Geo program during the upcoming competition season. We would be occupying the space most weekday evenings with possibilities of weekends as needs arise throughout the season. This would be a great opportunity to meet the cheer program's need as well as the SPS building to get use and not sit dormant waiting for the town vote next year. Utilizing a practice space that can accommodate all of our equipment and offers a consistent schedule will continue to foster that rate of pride. What better way to show pride for a community than our town showing pride for our program?
Thank you.
So pretty, I guess I could maybe summarize it.
Maybe that, yeah.
So pretty much the, Spouse Rec Cheering is asking for use of the gym, space for their practices throughout the week. No weekends or occasional weekends
Occasional
possibly.
weekends, yeah.
And they will be responsible for bathroom cleanup, trash, indoor, outdoor, anything that happens with that. They have their own insurance as well. Just like kind of same thing that we do for Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, kind of here at the town office, they're just asking for the same type of thing. I know I attended a rec meeting a few weeks ago, and they have done really good due diligence in connecting with the schools and trying to obtain space. And it's a space issue with those maps and with the consolidation that's been a struggle all around. So if this was not to be approved, there would not be any other option for them in our district. There's no other buildings in our district that accommodate that. Plus, it will also help get somebody in the building using it and doing that so we don't have kind of stagnant air. It's also listed in our town comprehensive plan that was approved by voters in 2013 that the select board in the town will work towards prior to the sale of any tax required property to assess its value as town recreation resource and retain its recreation value. And there's several kind of, when you look at that, that's on the website, there's several sections of that say that we will, as a town and as a select board, will work with the Sabatis Rec to help recreation activities, both for our youth programs and for our adult programs. So I just wanted to also point that out.
My concern is the heat.
Well, my concern
My
is the
concern is the
funds,
heat.
it's not the heat, it's the funds that we put
Right.
aside for this. And not knowing what it's gonna cost, we just took the property.
And so we're already paying for it anyway, right? And so like you're already paying for electricity and you're already paying for heat
But
and
there's
everything.
repairs that are going on prior to anybody going in there. I don't know if you got that from Siemens. The repairs that need to be done, which is
Right.
coming out of that money that was set aside.
Substantial. Is there any way, is there any kind of funding, anywhere donation? I mean, is there some way to generate any kind of money?
So I think that the rec was definitely open to, there's not a lot because they're all
Right.
volunteer programs, right? But they can, we could also do that $10,000 community grant that we had talked about before, that Kelly had presented a few meetings ago. And then, at least for the next few months, I'm sure that something could be figured out, whether a business donation or something as well. So that's also listed in the MOU that the Recreation Club is willing to kind of work with the town because nobody knows, right? Like, they don't know what it's gonna cost and we don't know what the expenses are gonna be. At the same time, you also don't know, using the space, what those extra costs would be or expenses, because like you're paying the electricity and heat anyway, so. And there's nothing in the gym that needs to be fixed for them to use the space, so.
No.
Right.
Has
It's the
anybody,
boiler. It's the heating system that needs to be repaired.
Well, so here's my question. If there's no heat, it can't come back on us.
Rob, what was the,
Well, we've got
Thing with
to,
the
the thing is, we
boiler?
have to have.
The boiler is running.
right,
It's a 5-year plan that we got from Siemens, that what it was gonna cost us to fix that building. And that was on the 5-year plan. Now, I'm not saying that it's gonna run for 5 years, or it could run for 10, but it is running.
that's
Right
all
now.
I need,
Which they gotta come in, they have to service the burner.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the oil line right now that they gotta address, because it takes too long to prime the system if the tank goes to a certain
Right.
level.
Right.
There's a bunch of air leaks that they
Well,
have
the
to
day
repair.
tank is the pump on the day tank.
Yeah.
And we've worked on that before.
Yeah.
But what it is it pumps the oil from the tank into the day tank,
Mhm.
and then the burners run off the day tank.
Right. Yep. But there was some other issues. There was an issue with the compressor in there and a bunch of other air leaks, so.
and so I think it's really important to kind of bring it back in, is that the rec club is asking for use of the space as it currently is. If something was to happen and the building blew up, like, they're gonna not be like, oh, get a building in here and get my match back in, do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of a
Have you thought about the change of use permit? Because right now it's as a school. So we do need to get a change of use.
I will be attending the planning board meeting next Tuesday, and that is on the agenda.
Okay, perfect.
But we have to heat it anyways. So are these safety concerns, Rick, or are they
No,
just?
more usage than maintain the building with nobody in it. So when you have people in it, you're gonna be turning the heat up. And
No,
we had it set up.
I think that's something we were looking to talk about.
More lights are left on during the night. If they're in there, even weekends or whatever, is what we're paying for.
well, their practices are only roughly 4 hours, so.
I'm not against anybody using the building. I'm just saying the town voted for $20,000 to cover it,
Go fast.
and it's gonna go pretty quick.
And so
John,
we do,
And like Laura said, the town also voted on the comprehensive plan that the board will support efforts of the Sedatus Recreation Club to maintain and expand recreational opportunities. And that was a majority vote of the townspeople when they accepted the comprehensive plan.
so I think it's also important to, like, I mean, look at these people, right? And so, like, these residents, and they're easy people to work with. And so in the instance that electricity costs $1,000 next month, so electricity bill, I think Holly said for the month before was like $400. So if it goes to 1,000, very easy people to work with that says, hey, it went up $600. We gotta do something about it.
And I
they're
was just-
going to.
And
Do
I
you
was
know what
just gonna
mean?
say that, I would say, give it a month, see what the next bill comes in like, and then readdress, because
Yeah,
we can't afford $1,000, but maybe we're more diligent about shutting lights off. If it's cheering that's in there, they're not gonna want the heat on high anyway, because they work up a sweat, so.
Where I would ask them not to turn it up, leave
Right.
it, say it's at, honestly,
What do you have it at right now?
58 or 60. Say
You have
it's
it
at
at 60?
58. Wear a sweatshirt. I know you really can't cheer, and it's kind of, you want to be able to do the jumps and stuff, but these kids need a place.
I agree that.
They shut down a school.
Jameson, is there any way that the rec club can apply for a grant to help motivate, to move this forward and to cover some of the costs?
I think there are a lot of possibilities. So as we put this MOU out there today, we are kind of in between our rec club meetings. And the way that our rec clubs work is every department
Right,
is
I've been to
is
one.
chairing. Yes, you have, Tracy, and
Yeah.
thank you for being here, by the
You're
way. I really
welcome.
appreciate it when you came, and Laura's there every time. So thank you again, Laura, too, as well. But basically, when it comes to acquiring spaces in which for our programs to practice in or even compete in, we allow the departments to do that. For us to come in as a club and say, like, maybe we're gonna do something more broad where it's the whole club as opposed to maybe an individual program in that club, it's gonna require us to have a meeting, which we have one coming up in November. And we can definitely address any of those concerns,
Okay.
including fundraising thoughts as well.
Well, as of right now, I'm making this public, because we get a stipend from the town, so I will turn over my stipend to the rec fund for that. I'll come to the meeting in November and give that
Thank
to
you
you.
so much, Tracy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's wonderful.
I think you guys deserve it, I'd like to see it help, maybe it'll pay for another month of electricity, or at least add to the next month of electricity, so, actually, can I mail it to you, Joanne, or give it to you by check? Okay, yeah, but I wanna help you out.
Thank you so much. We
Yeah,
really
you're
appreciate
welcome,
that.
yeah, no problem at all, I've done it before, and I'm glad to help, so definitely.
I'll give you mine plus $1.
Can we go higher?
All right, I'll give it 9 and 10.
Ma'am, can you state your name?
Nancy Reynolds.
Nancy
You're
Reynolds.
Nancy really well.
Thank you.
Just want to make sure that the board is aware that the school was left in quite a bit of disarray when the group of teachers left, and it has been all volunteer work that has gone in there and organized, removed trash and debris, and gotten the building to the point where something can possibly happen. None of that expense has fallen through the town for that work is being very, very willingly done. So it doesn't mean that you owe something to the town, but to the community for that. But I just want you to be aware that there is this community support that would like, that is working to make sure that this building can be offered an opportunity for our club members and others.
So my concern, Rick, is just the snow removal and salting is handy. I'm not sure if you plan to have practice on a snow day per se, but Public Works is really tight on getting the roads open. And so if they leave a sand and salt barrel, available at the facility, that sidewalks can simply be done. Or
We're going to talk about that. Do you want to talk a little bit about the directors and coaches would be responsible for?
If they can plow the parking lot, salt and shovel.
Well, I'm sure they do some of the sidewalk, but shoveling boards out of probably really expensive for them, and I'm not sure they have many in school.
And normally you guys kind of cancel practice if school's closed or whether like that, you kind of cancel practice anyway. And then we briefly kind of talked about, from the building committee perspective, just about how to communicate different things like that with Public Works and things. So that's all part of the bigger discussion.
Can you let them know, just say, like, we'll put in there if there's anybody revisiting? Can we do that?
You can say, you can motion whatever you want.
Because,
I would say 60 days.
60 days, okay, I'll go 60
Because
days.
I think originally they were set for, in the MOU, is it till June 1st?
Yes.
Yeah, and so cheering runs till April.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So you're good with 60, go revisit it after 60 days and see where we stand with electricity and heat and all that?
So I think, it is quite a bit to like move the maps and kind of get the program, I would hate for,
I just hate, again, I agree with what Raquel said, that we look at it in a month and the electric bill is sky high, and we're stuck until June, right? I don't want that to happen to the town status, and, so, yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Our practices are slated to start November 3rd, so I don't know if we look at it at the new year.
Yeah.
60 days.
Well, I'll say something on that, what I was gonna say too. I don't know if you guys have a location for bottle drop-offs, but I have a center that I'm at all day long, and I have another facility. But if you guys wanna put the word out for bottle drop-off for donations, and you guys could pick up like every other week or something, we could get you a spot.
I have North Trailer, you talked about
Yeah,
that.
actually,
Yeah.
Laura does have a spot up at the ball fields as well.
Doesn't
We
know.
have that.
I'm trying to get it at Jerry's, transfer, look at him.
Uh,
Shut it down fast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we could leave like a storage unit available,
That would be fantastic.
and you guys could talk about it. If you wanted people just to drop off, just give a unit number and just put them in front of it. And we could just throw bottles in it as needed to help offset the cost. If you guys are interested in that, I mean, you got the trailer, but just different locations for different people to go, different areas. Okay, so you're trying to say, but it's an option if you guys wanted people to. And I know there's some parents, I see some faces that live local, that they could either drive by, if there's bottles out there, drive by at night. I could drive by at night and just put them in the unit. And give a couple people a key and.
John?
Thank
Did I hear
so
that the
much.
Boy Scouts are using this room now? Is that what I heard earlier?
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts,
Yeah.
do they pay for electricity? They don't give the town anything for electricity or heat?
So I would like to motion to approve the MOU as is presented.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second, any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
Does somebody have them that can be signed, because I left mine upstairs.
Laura.
I have six of them, actually.
And written, colored all
Oh,
over
Rick's
his.
colored all over his.
You want a marker, Rick?
Yeah.
Color green.
Thank you so much for letting us be heard. We really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. It's a wonderful program. I mean, I have 3 little granddaughters and they're involved in field hockey and everything else, and softball. And so, yeah, I definitely. And, you know, I kind of have a warm space in my heart because I know what Jim's parents did for the rec club when they donated Bucky's Field. And that means a lot to me and that his family has that legacy here in status, so for sure.
Nancy, is there another cleanup day scheduled, or are you guys good?
It's the 24th.
I don't know, do we have another one?
John's in charge of the cleanup.
I haven't checked the second floor yet. I don't know what's up there. I have no idea. I can go over tomorrow and look. See, we're trying to do Wednesdays and Saturdays because the transfer station's open, and Jerry has been very obliging to us.
Good boy, Jerry, thank you.
We're sorting and recycling everything we can, but there are some things that the school, the RSU should have taken out of there, that either they didn't want to pay disposal fees or didn't want to pay the extra work to remove it, but we've been doing it. Saving the town money. Some money.
Can we mix the paint, use it somewhere else?
On your barn.
Probably only my daycare, probably my daycare is the only place they could use colors.
If it's liquid, you can read the label, all showing all into our I usually take, I was told 5 gallons a day. That's what we tell the residents to do.
Actually, Sherman Williams takes that paint.
Yeah.
Somebody just said, I missed it, I was paying attention to something else, I'm sorry, yeah. I've dumped a lot of paint there, let me tell you, ask my husband, I've dumped a lot of paint there, yeah, they'll take it. Yeah.
You want me to name it?
I'll check the second level tomorrow.
Okay, Kelly? Compost collection effort.
Yes, does everybody have a copy of the
Yeah.
email that I sent?
I hope so.
If not, I have copies too.
I've already read it. Oh, you have? Okay.
So my name is Kelly and I'm the Garden Club, Sebastian Rec Garden Club Director. The email that I wrote to the town board in attention to transfer station was, it simply states that to find this letter as an official request for a community member compost collection effort led by the Sebastian Recreation Garden Club. Garden Club members seek to learn firsthand how collective efforts to compost can cultivate more than nutrient-rich soil. Club efforts will include offering bi-weekly community compost drop-off station at the town of Sebastian transfer station, is what the ask is. So this is not an ask of any of transfer station staff. No collections will be done by them. Garden Club members will employ this effort, meaning the ask was to simply set up a table, be there to collect whatever donations would come in from the community. A call to action would be offered to residents and any district community members interested in participating. They'd be issued a food grade bucket or a gallon and a larger gallon bio bag for collection. And we do this with a compost collection day kickoff. I would love to suggest Sunday, March 1st at the transfer station. And then the collective effort would be bi-weekly for 2 months, through March and April. And pickups would be on Sundays, and then conclude on April 26th. Because we were approved for a grant. So this would pay for all of the materials for residents to participate in at no cost. We would pick up and nothing would be, or staying put at the transfer station. Everything would leave that day, nothing would be dropped off by anybody outside of the pickup windows. Yes, because there's no extra work for kids.
Jerry?
So first thing I would have to reach out to find out who my DVP representative is and see if that's okay. As long as it's not going to be a permanent a fixture at the facility.
No.
Because we are maxed out on everything that we can do.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's not what I was asking.
Okay,
I just want to set up the table and collect people's specs. If they want to do them.
Okay, as long as I don't have a problem with that, but I'll try to find a rep that I don't think
Yeah.
they've all moved on. So I don't think it's a problem.
So I work with KB Cog, which is out of Augusta, but, and so I can send you the leads and information, but we're not contacting information, but we're not going to keep anything.
So I'd like to make a motion to move ahead with the composting grant.
I'll second it.
Yeah.
Any more discussion?
You guys have questions?
More questions?
You can sign up for it later.
All in favor? Opposed?
Thanks, guys. So Jerry, we'll.
Bond resolution.
It's always still here?
Always.
I'll make a motion to approve the bond resolution.
Second.
Any discussion?
Sorry, Holly, I made you come because I thought there'd be all
And maybe-
kinds of questions.
And maybe Holly can just tell us what's for.
Yes.
It's on the paper.
Oh, stop.
What it's for. It's a little note paper.
Oh.
Do you need me to go up there and read it?
Yes, please. You might as well, since I made you stay.
Yeah, you
Yes.
might as well. So, and I can't read the due process. It's a confirmatory vote with the necessary tax certification. So this is lawyer jargon in order to get you to the $2 million bond. So that's basically what this is.
And for the roads, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
the
yeah.
$2 million bond, and it's just the board to motion that they accept the resolution from the lawyer, so we can get money that we've spent and take it from what we've already got. And it's supposed to close in November, so we should get the money in November.
There's only one place like that.
And there's 2 places for it, and that's all it has to say.
Yes.
George motion.
George second.
George second.
Yep.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
The other one else is on that,
I'll get that tomorrow from you.
Yep.
You guys say.
You're welcome. No, Tracy, you are not.
Do I need approval of selected meeting minutes?
9:16.
I'll make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes as printed and read from September 16th, 2025.
Second.
No discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Comments from the board? Laura, looks like you're first.
It's Tracy on mine.
I got Laura, George, Noel.
I got Tracy Noel, Board George.
All right.
Listen,
All right,
I had
so-
4 different times making this
George,
adjustment.
you can go first. I can certainly wait. Oh, I can certainly wait.
Oh, I think I better do mine before they go.
So I just wanted to thank Chief Thacker for his service as our chief. I hope that he stays safe out there in his new adventure, as well as Missy Kelly for her decades of service to Sabatis residents, and Timothy Richardson, from the transfer station, wish you well on your career. And then I want to thank the Savannah Fire Department for their cleanup of the parking lot the other day. I think they said they got a few bags of trash, that they picked up from there, so thank you for doing that. I would like to eventually kind of, when things maybe calm down, is a good word, but I'd like to try to help with, getting more of our youth involved for internships or apprenticeships. I know just because I have a high school kiddo, and a bunch of you have had kids go through the school system as well, but there's a lot of kids that have quite a bit of interest in town government, or they have interest in mechanics, and I know that there's all these insurance and things, as well as fire department has done youth programs before, so I really encourage the departments to start looking at some of those opportunities to help our youth engage. And to dovetail with that, I would like to see maybe some field trips, like for the voting thing. I don't know what the schools, I think you have kind of mentioned that before, that we used to do field trips to local municipalities, and voting day would be kind of a lot. But I think maybe the day before, the day after, maybe the day before or a couple of days before, we could coordinate with our local school district to invite kids in to see what it's like. They can go with their parents to vote. They can learn about absentee, if that's still going to be a thing or not. I don't know, but I think it's just important to expand on that and welcome our community and as well. I did update the volunteer form on the website, so thank you for sending me a new one. And I tried. The website is a spot for me. I tried to do a contact form, so I don't know, I put one in as a test and it sent, and I don't know where it went, but if anyone got that.
I did not. I did not.
I'll go back and mix it again.
And you thought I was gonna be able to do that website if you can't do it?
Well, yeah, it's a thing. And then the last kind of thing that I would like to touch upon at some point in my term here is initiate, and then maybe it's a great discussion with the planning board, but when we have new businesses opening, I'd really like to celebrate those and do a ribbon cutting and on-site thing, and just celebrate that they're bringing a new resource to our town that's much needed, and that we welcome them, and I think that's really important. And then I know it's been brought up a few times about Main Street, and I heard that there's a local business owner there that would like to maybe do a mural on the wall and, really kind of revisit that space and launch maybe an economic development of some sort, or, to kind of bring some life back into it. Yeah. So I think that would be a great direction to kind of head towards. So.
Sounds good. Okay. All really good suggestions for it. Excellent.
George? I'd like to thank Public Works for getting the gazebo all stained and looking nice. Somewhere to go out there brownies and drink.
I offered it again the second time when I had to stop back in for something, and I'm like, no, we're good. I'm like, pizza, and stop.
But I'll add to the Public Works list, the Welcome to Sabatis sign on 126 coming into Sabatis from the east is all.
126?
Yeah, it's up by Waterman's, or Daddy's Diner, if you're old enough to remember.
Remember that.
But, so it's out front, and it looks like maybe one of the posts are broken off. And to tag along with that, come spring, I'm hoping that we can have local businesses who will sponsor each of those sites so that we can maintain flower beds.
Adopt a spot.
Yeah. So thinking like on that end, maybe Waterman's or Oak Hill Cash and Kathy's Diner for the one on 126, and somebody else, maybe AD Electric for the one on Route 9.
And it doesn't always have to be, I've been involved in adopt the spot things, and it doesn't always have to be a business. Sometimes there are families or groups that just wanted to adopt a certain spot in town and,
To adopt a spot.
yeah, and you put flowers and you're responsible for maintaining that.
Also make some money.
We've donated several times to the middle school. We've taken time and done that garden there with them.
Yeah.
And my next, something I want, like to talk about on the next agenda is the roads level of service that's out there. I would like to see the board discuss it and maybe change.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
So, all the roads are numbered 1 through 4 on the level of service they're going to receive for
During the snow?
for
Okay.
plowing and maintaining them. But I don't feel that there's 1 through 4, the 4 roads, I don't have it with you, but they only get plowed if there's 8 inches or more on there. And I think that's a disservice to the taxpayers who live on those roads.
So is your road one of those number 4s?
It's not.
Mine is.
But again, we have service workers who still have to go to work every day. People who work in nursing homes and hospitals, and it's a snow day. And typically, and I know this is stereotypic, but they drive small economic cars, and trying to get through the snow drifts in order to get to work is cumbersome. And it was a policy that was developed by the then public works guy and never came before the board of selectmen. And I think unless we're going to provide them with some tax relief, because we're saving them money. And I understand that, on a big snowstorm, or if we have some sickness at public works, then that maybe have to be implemented, but I don't think that should be the norm for our citizens have to worry about trying to get to work in the morning. So,
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
so
It's been about 10 or 15 years.
It hasn't been that long, but it's
been a while.
But it's been on. It's been on.
Yeah.
It's still on the website. Again, it's one of those documents that I've been trying to get out.
I know, I can put a document up very
All right.
easily.
So,
I
I'll
don't
find
know
it
where you want me to put it, but I can put it in.
in the document library.
Great, I can do that.
But I just think that, we should visit that as a way, if we're gonna make this the lay of the land, then we should vote on it and have some discussion regarding what our road should look like. And again, if there's sickness and people are short-staffed, then that's one thing, but it shouldn't be the norm every day.
Correct. There you go. Okay.
And I just no, it's never read. I'd like to ask John about another workday at Martin's Point.
My chainsaw is at Reggie's right now and they're waiting for parts. So I talked to someone today that was gonna help me and he said, as soon as I'm ready, he'll get on and help me.
Yeah. I have a chainsaw. But just, it'd be nice to get it. So,
Yeah, you want.
okay. That's it for me.
Can I went to the restroom. I want to say thank you to Officer Burke. He continuously shows up, his hours have changed, in his job, but he still shows up to the daycare when he first comes in, so he can come and see the kiddos. He was coming, I'd say every 3 weeks to see the kiddos, and then we didn't see him for a little while. And he shot me a text the other day and said, hey, sorry I haven't been by, my hours have changed. He said, can I come by at, I can't remember the time. So I said, absolutely, swing in. He showed up, the kids were so excited to see him again. And that was really nice, he showed up. And then I want to say thank you to the fire department. I actually reached out to Austin a couple weeks ago and I said, hey, I'm interested in having the fire department come and visit the kiddos and do a firefighter day, show them how things work. And everyone who showed up, we had Garrett showed up.
Yeah.
What?
Garrett, Zach.
Zach's what I was worried. Zach, Payson, she's new. She was awesome. I just met her. She's newly on the fire department. She's just filling in, right?
She's training. Right?
Yeah, she's just
training.
training.
Get her followed.
She was super sweet. And then Nick was there. And they hung out, gosh, I wanna say for about an hour and let the kiddos climb all over the truck, putting them in and out of the truck. I didn't even have to have my hands on anyone. They were putting them up, taking them out, letting them do whatever they wanted. It was really nice. So I wanna say thank you from myself and all the kiddos at Smiley's Daycare. So thank you very much.
Tracy?
First, I'm gonna thank Adam Thacker for, my church had Fall Festival in the end of September, and they brought a fire truck and let the kids kind of look at it, and Adam was there for probably 2 or 3 hours there that day, which was really great. The rest of my conversation tonight is, there's been some chatter around why I'm not running. And so I had pulled out papers to run. I had the signatures signed. I turned the signatures in. I then went and had a discussion with my husband, who has given up his Legion duties, thank you, his Legion duties, and a few other things, and my husband asked me not to run, because he said it was for 3 years, he preferred I didn't do it. That's why I'm not running. That is the only reason I am not running, is because my husband asked me, and because I'm very involved in my church as well, which this interrupts that a lot. So my 2 commitments are to my God and to my husband, and that's why I am not running for select board this year. And those are the only reasons. It has nothing to do with this group, the town manager, or anything else. Those are the only reasons. The other thing I'd like to bring up is I've seen on Facebook a lot of criticism of the Board of Selectmen. There are people sitting here tonight that have criticized this Board of Selectmen. If you have a criticism, state it here, state it now. Don't go to Facebook about it. Sit here and say what the problem is. I don't know why people hide behind Facebook. That's ridiculous. If you have an issue with it, then state it. Don't go blasting it on Facebook and being detrimental to all of us. And when you lump the whole board in it, I don't feel the whole board is at fault for anything. I have done nothing. I have been faithful to this service of this board the whole time I have been on it. I have never had my own agenda. I have never been out for anything other than the good of the town of Sedatus. And to be lumped into people, and maybe you feel there are some people on here that are not doing what's best for the town of Sedatus, then you need to call them out on it and not hide behind a Facebook account. I was appalled at some of the stuff I was reading on Facebook about the Board of Selectmen and the comments that were made. This is my last select board meeting. I will not be here in November. My husband and I are traveling finally. We are getting out of here, going away. So this is my last meeting. I will not be here for the November 18th meeting, but I really hope, Nancy, Austin, if you get elected, I hope you don't face the criticism that the board has faced unless somebody comes here and tells you themselves, because that's ridiculous to hide behind a Facebook account. Anyway, I want to thank the town of Sedatus for allowing me to be on the board for a year. I've served as a privilege. I've been very honored to work with Raquel and Rick and Noel and Laura and George. There have been times when it has been difficult, but we've all managed to get through it. We've all managed to come onto the same page. We're all trying to move forward for the town of Sedatus. I have utter confidence in Raquel. She's a great town manager. If you hear differently, come see me. I've had many extensive conversations with her. She's very good at communicating. I get a ton of emails from her every day, keeps us informed. So please show her your support. If you get on the board, be supportive of her, because she does her job and she does it well. Yes, she may help out the girls in the office and the town clerks in the office, but that's because they're short-staffed and we've had a mass exodus. She's doing what she can to keep this town running. So again, I thank you very much for the year I've had and the little bit before that. I really appreciate it, but I just pray and hope that moving forward, the town has the same sense of doing and moving forward for what's best for the town of Sedatus and not a personal agenda that is on board. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna follow that.
Comments? Tell me.
Okay, let's see. I wanted to mention the write-in candidates that we're gonna have available. We still have seats open. So anybody that's interested in running as a write-in, we have 2 budget seats open for the budget committee, 1 school board seat, and the 1 year and 2 year positions at Martin's Point. So all you need to do is a write-in. If you can get 5 or 6 people that are interested, there's nobody running for those positions, so it should be pretty easy. Let's see.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Is there a way, I added new pages on the website, and I'm just waiting for the member list of those. Because maybe if somebody sees somebody cool on there running, like already on the committee, they'll want to join it too, because the cool kids are on it.
So you'd like that list on top of the employee list that I still haven't got to
This
you?
one, maybe this one over.
Okay, okay. So you want list of committee members? I think that might be easier.
That might not work, because if they see someone on it, they would be like, I don't want to work.
They could go either way, I
Yeah, I'm
suppose.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm looking at everything.
All right, the police chief interview committee met last week, interviewed 4 people, and they've moved 2 forward that the board is going to be interviewing this Thursday night. Let's see, we've already met the interim police fire chief and public works. So once we can, the police contract, we've already mentioned, we're waiting on legal to get back to us. As soon as that one is set, then we need to move forward with the public works contract, because that's also up. And I received an email back, I don't know if you remember, one of the first meetings we had when I started here was Grow Smart Maine came in and talked to us. And we had to wait until we had missed the cutoff with the first group that went through, but the cutoff, it's now time to start working on the second part. So we're gonna have to start doing jumping through some hoops. Now, we're gonna have to have a public meeting with input from the public for what they might want to use that $10,000 for and that kind of thing. So that's going to be starting up this winter.
The primary school, recreation.
Well, and that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's you.
I'm putting the wind away. I also would like to thank the fire department. I saw that on social media, that you guys cleaned up the parkway. Very good job.
I don't mean to interrupt right now, but.
You're interrupting me right now. You wait.
I'll wait. I'll write it down.
Oh.
Go ahead, John. I'm
Is
just,
that Park and Ride main DOT property?
that's,
Or is that town property?
I think that's the town property one,
Okay.
then this one. Also, same thing with the public works, doing a great job when they staying there. When I drove by and saw that, that was like a breath of fresh air. It looks really well.
Normal plant would be very
Yeah,
happy.
Norm would be very happy.
Did you get them brownies?
Nice.
Asking.
Not yet. The week isn't over yet.
Well, they were actually like, please, no more brownies.
I also would like to thank the police department because their presence have been everywhere, from what I can see. Driving down Main Street, they're waving. I see them on Green, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And I really think where we are so shorthanded that they're doing a fantastic job as well. And I can't leave Jerry out because I go down to the transfer station all the time and they're doing a great job down there, so.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
I never go down there, Jerry, so sorry, but thank you.
I go.
Do a tour sometime.
Bring the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Well,
can
I can. Well, I love going to the loader.
Can I bring them on a Wednesday?
Yeah, the loader's there.
No, we're just gonna hang out in the trash cans.
And then hang out.
No, not this time.
I'm gonna set that up with you. I need to take field trips.
I just want to remind everybody, Normal Plant's funeral is November 15th. So if anybody is a member of the town or has been a member of the select board, people out there watching, it would be really wonderful if the town could show their presence there for Norm's funeral. He served this town many years diligently, faithfully. He loved the town of Sabattis. So his obituary is online, so you can find it, but it is November 15th. And you think it's the 13th? And is it at Connect? I can't remember.
I can get the info right now if you want.
Yeah,
Can you put that on the Sabattis Town, that would be website?
that would be really good, Laura.
All right.
No, I can.
No, it's really important. Norm was quite a gentleman too.
Laura, if you can send me what you post on there, I'll put it on Facebook. I'm able to do that.
You got it.
Yeah.
I'm asking when Norm's services are. And I just got a message from one of the cheer parents. And he said, I don't know if you're allowed to, but say thank you to the board. But you got an awful excited cheerleader who's sending big hugs and thank you. We had one cheerleader that was here tonight. and she came to support the people tonight in hopes that they would be able to cheer there. So,
Yeah, that is
So the
cool.
celebration of life for Norm is November 13th from 4 to 8
where,
at the Panett Group at 305 Elford.
Code Parkway, okay. 13, thank you. So if you could put that on, that'd be great. I think the town really needs to know that and go, because he was quite a gentleman.
I think we should donate to the FEMA or in memory of.
oh, yes. I thought
Donate.
that's what George and I,
It's not donate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
yeah,
too.
And that's been done, we just need to get the plaque.
yes, it was to him and his wife.
Ellie,
Adam.
I think so.
There's some couple questions for Raquel.
Oh, God, yes.
Charter commission, have we,
No, I have not.
police schedule?
Police schedule?
Yeah, we still only till 2 AM or are we?
I would assume so.
Okay.
I don't know that for a fact, but that would be my assumption, yes. That's it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's time, so.
Yes.
He just added.
He's interrupting.
He's interrupting.
There's no.
No treasure this week. no.
Comments from the floor.
Oh.
Corey, and start in the back.
Continue to encourage the town to use its town page as the primary source of information, so like the town clerk. I think that was on Facebook, correct? That went out, that form went out Facebook.
Oh, yes.
So, again, Facebook, it's great, all these extra things are convenient, but they are a barrier to visibility. Whereas the website, you don't need a membership, you don't need an account, it has full visibility. So I think we're going in step with transparency of the town, so I'm good with communication being on other mediums, that's fine, to promote it, but it should be primarily on other formats. And it, work smarter, not harder, right? If you redirect everyone to the website, that's where everyone should be pointed, to the website, not just having disparate means of communication. And for tracking metrics, it makes it easier too. If you're looking at how many people are seeing communication, you can look at one place, the website. Instead of having to say, oh, how many on Facebook, how many on this, how many on Twitter? Work smarter, not harder, so I would just encourage that. Second, I am interested as a write-in candidate for the Martin's Point Commission. And also third, I want to thank Tracy Winkler for her service to the community.
Thank you, Brian.
So Corey, you want the 2-year term or the 1-year term?
Two.
Do one.
We're locking him in for
My friends. Thank you, Corey.
All right, so Corey Coble for a 2-year term.
Before we move on, Laura,
Did you send me an email regarding when somebody speaks to state their name? Does it initiate something you said?
For the meeting notes, so it's great to, it will help in the future. So trying to get our meeting notes electronic through AI instead of like having to manually type them. So it's very helpful to state your name so that the,
when you called on.
correct.
Corey Gold, G-O-O.
Well, now it's too late.
Next person, please do it.
Comments? Awesome.
How's it going? I'm Austin Gayton. Most of you already know me. I'm gonna run as a write-in candidate for the select board position. I'd like to thank Tracy. I appreciate what you've done.
Thank you.
None of my comments online have been specifically targeted towards you. My whole intention is not to shed any ill light on you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I think my entire point
Who's
is.
it to?
What?
Who's it to then?
We don't, like, I don't really want to get into semantics.
Well, I know, but we're just saying if.
Yeah, so my entire point is you cannot look towards the future without at least saying, hey, we've made a lot of mistakes in the past and moving forward, right? So my whole point is not to disparage all of you guys. It's not to attack you in any way. It's just to say, I'm the candidate of change and I want to see positive change in the future, right? That's my only intention.
Thank you.
I could tell that you're very frustrated with me and I understand that frustration. I can tell you that everybody on Facebook that I've seen posting negative comments, I've been trying to say, hey guys, that's not the point, right? Stop doing that.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your comment, thank you.
Yeah, my whole point, right, is community. If we gotta get back to community, you can see that a ton of people showed up today, right? Because they had skin in the game, right? Because they want to use the building. And I think if we want people to get more involved and to care about town, we need to give them something for that, right? We need to give them a reason to show up. So that's my whole point, right? We can't look towards the future without at least taking some accountability from the past. That's all.
Agree, I agree with you, thank you.
Thank you, Austin.
But I appreciate, I understand you all have a lot of stuff on your plate and you all have a lot of things going on. So you guys have a tough job. I acknowledge that, and I do support what you, like tonight was amazing. You got awesome meeting. That's my point.
Thank you. Kelly?
So
State your name.
my name is Kelly Gilzo-Stoll, and I'm from Wales. There was conversation that was had back in April and May. Larry Allen and Bradford, I can't think of his last name off the top of my head, I can find it, I just got rid of it, just clicked away from it, right here. Bradford's last name is Pinu, they're both from AvCog, they work for the transit program. So they were not able to be here tonight. So essentially the conversation is surrounding Green Street sidewalks. So there is a community-based initiative with Maine DOT partnership. There are two ways to approach this, which would allow Green Street specifically to have sidewalks. A couple approaches that the town could take depending on the available budget, because both are matched funds, but one on the smaller scale, which would be perfect for the Green Street sidewalks from No Name Pond Road to Main Street. So it would be the sidewalk segment of Green Street from No Name Pond Road to Main Street Market. That specific one is the Active Transportation Partnership Initiative. And it needs to come, so from Larry, it says ATRC will support, when possible, the planning and infrastructure efforts within the town of Sabattis. But they don't typically get involved in pitching projects within a municipality to the municipality board. We'd expect the municipality directors to engage the assistance of ATRC for the development of and technical support of an approved municipality project. So yes, it is a match, but it can be matched with in-kind. It doesn't have to be matched with funds. So with that said, it would be worth exploring. I would love to pass this on. And as I shared before, I'd love to help be a person to help with a project of that regard. But I know it's limited, so I will definitely pass it on.
Thank you.
Could that help with the sidewalk on Ballpark Road to Breathies as well, or?
There's a larger project initiative that potentially could. They try to time it up with Maine DOT paving projects, and specifically Maine DOT is going to be doing Green Street. So that's where this comes in. But the initiative has to be fostered before December. So and this started, we were notified I notified you guys back in March, or between March and May. Mind you, I think that was when we lost the person.
Thank you for bringing it back up.
Thank you, I am gonna head out. The last thing that I did want to ask is if we could find out heating zones in the building, in the Sabattis primary building. That might help with, so if the heating, say specifically for the gymnasium, can be on its own. I don't know if it is or if it isn't, but if that information could be provided to the building committee, it would be super helpful to be able to navigate the heating costs.
Yep, sounds good. That sounds good.
I'm escaping. Have a fantastic night.
Thank you, Kelly, very much. Always a pleasure.
Kelly,
Yes.
don't go away yet. I believe the deal with Green Street is because it's a state aid road, it's a 50% match.
So this one is smaller than that. It doesn't have to be cash. It can be in kind.
I brought up the community-based initiative and Tim Kane was here and he said.
Cool.
No.
Oh, well, right. That's usually. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
John?
Jerry, you wanna go first?
I want to thank.
Say your name. Jerry, I just said it, but you gotta say it.
Jerry Savings. I want to thank the police department. I'm used to them going to the range. I believe it was Sunday morning, the child. that was missing.
Yes.
When they got done doing their search, they came over and talked to me and gave me the description to keep an eye out for that. And I thought that was a good thing.
That's good. More people know, the better.
Yeah, and the other thing, forgive me if it's already been done, did the sign get put on the gazebo? Did we talk about a while
No, we were
ago?
talking about it, that it has to get made, it has to be made, right? Georgia hasn't been made yet. It hasn't been
Are
made
you
yet.
having it made? The sign store,
Again, I went to the science store, I got a price, a while ago. And Laura and I actually we talked about it.
Do you have a recommendation or you want to get a quote and let us know?
I use the sign store and they've always been decent with all of my signs.
Well, you know how George is.
I can get a quote from another company.
Also, ask Public Works where they get all their signs, they might.
The science store.
Sign store, okay.
You see them more than I do.
Well, Public Works used to get their signs from somebody else, not the sign store.
I use someone, I can, if you're, tell me what you're looking for, I can get a quote on it.
George wanted one that took up the whole front. I said like, just like a little plaque, you know what I mean? That when you go to the gazebo, it can be attached to the side or something. but-
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a little,
Yeah.
Like Mark's Point.
the gazebo, the town
Yeah.
of Savannah dedicates this gazebo to Norman.
Mary.
The plaque at Marcus Point, I've been looking at it, and it's $1,200. So we have to wait for the town.
Yeah. Just like Lucy.
Yes.
John,
Your
Okay,
name,
first,
your name.
John, who's not at first? My name is John Manili. I live at 383 Sutherland Pond Road in Sedatus. The bell tower at the fire station, any chance of getting that sealed or stained or painted or anything?
Yeah, I mean, we have a building maintenance account. So we can definitely-
It's been quite a long time since that's been done. I've been saying it, and I heard that the roof isn't solid, but you guys go up and put Christmas lights up on the roofs.
Roof solid. I don't know if I've been up there,
101, make it
Yeah.
ring stain.
Yeah.
Thanks. Does anybody know who a senior citizens contact person would be in town now? I was given the name of Angela Castonge, but she's the church craft fair person, not the person in charge of the hall for the senior citizens.
Do you want me to send out an email to contact you? Like, do you want me to send out an email through the website?
Sure.
And then I can do that. I have your email, so I can send out an email, blast it. I can blast it out there and have them contact you directly if they have a senior citizen group, Savannah Senior Citizen Group, or Savannah Senior Citizen Contact Group person.
It's not for me, it's for George, but he's old. He's old. Anyway, there are two culverts on Sutherland Pond Road that I was walking on the road over the weekend. One says fix and one says to clean. The clean is down in the dip after the Rancourt Boys' houses up on the top of DePaul Drive, Duran. There's one down there that a lot of times the water floods because it's full. I'm guessing that's why it says clean on it, but it's still one. The other one says fix, and it's down by Lunker Lane. I don't know if they're supposed to fix that one and they haven't done it, or if it's just been decided they don't have to or whatever, but for the public works should check and see.
we mentioned that.
Thank you, Jim. You gotta say your name before saying it. The fire training tower at the transfer station area. Any ideas on that, or
Yes, Raquel.
I didn't hear the question, what was it?
the fire training tower dilapidating? at the-
Siding, windows,
They, what was,
birds.
the response I got back was there was a plan and they're supposed to be fixing it.
Adam put out
Austin, any
email.
input on that?
I can tell you on my side of things, I would not put my guys in that building, to be honest with you. You can go up to the third floor of that building and walk back and forth and feel a whole piece sweat. So,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, like,
So
it's
should it
full of
just be
pigeons.
gone?
I don't think it's safe. I think it should be torn down. But I'm not the fire chief, I'm just a captain, so. it's not my decision.
But still, you have more knowledge of it than we do.
It's definitely dangerous, and I would not be using it for training. For this cement pad, on the other hand, obviously, like, that area is good for us to use, but not that building.
The other thing, last thing that I have, how many Sedatus Fire Department members do you have now? Do you know?
Last night, 31.
How is the compensation taken care of nowadays? Is there stipends, is there end of the year compensation like we used to have, or how is it?
You're saying for the call company guys? So right now, I believe it's, you get an hour pay per call. And you get paid. That's just it.
Okay.
It's an hour pay per call and you get paid weekly.
My turn?
Yes.
Jim Rancourt. I get three questions. I'd like to get one of those MOU forms, or a special form,
You want the MOU for the rec club?
MOU.
Oh, you want it? No.
Is there a special form to put it in?
No.
No, it's not in a
I showed
special
you
form.
this. It's,
Just put in ChatGPT.
What?
she doesn't know how to do that.
I'll help you.
It's
So
just,
not
it's just a
special
letter.
form, you have to.
Right.
All right, I thought it was. Did I have the Eaton Cemetery sign facing the road instead of Jimmy Wood's backyard? I don't know why it's that way, but it is. And I have another question. Has the ownership of the old Webster Rubber Company property been resolved?
I believe it's ours,
Okay.
and that was because you found it, correct?
But tell her that, I didn't tell her.
Well, there's like 5 parcels of land. The last parcel of land, E, was given back to the town, but that's on the opposite side of the road. The old Sturman Stores.
Donna's in tomorrow, and I had them written down to ask her about it again.
Okay.
Because it's been like a dog chasing its tail with this property, yeah.
And I don't know why, because that was back in 2013, that it was, and there was tax liens on there, and I didn't understand the tax liens because
They're not
if it was non-profit, why are there tax liens?
Exactly.
Like
I
2
don't
different
understand
years.
that.
And
Yeah,
so,
yeah, it didn't make any sense to me either.
okay. We kind of found the same thing I found.
So hopefully I get some more clarification tomorrow.
Okay. So can I stop in and talk to Dawn?
Sure.
Great, thank you. So I got.
Anybody else?
Nancy Provost, Tracy, I just wanted to say it was a great speech.
Oh, thank you, Skeeta, I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it, thank you. And good luck, I wish you good luck, I really do.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to thank the board for letting the rec department use the building. I think it's a great move to have that building occupied and let the town see that it's being used instead of just sitting there. And to Laura's point about, we used to have a teacher that taught 7th grade here, Miss, I can't remember her name now, but she would have a whole class on local government. And they would have to come in to either a school board meeting, a selectmen's meeting, and all 3 towns, after we combined all 3 towns that had started just when it was Sabattis Elementary, and sit in on a meeting and get all the, select board or school board members to sign. I've been trying to get back to that because the DOE is mandating that we have a piece in our curriculum on, local, state, and federal government to put that out there. So I think we have to get back to that. Because a lot of times people don't participate because they don't understand the process.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing. They don't understand the process, how to get started, where to, get enough names for signatures or whatever. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was that the main land trust piece, and I know, John, you've been working with them, right? Androscoggin Land Trust. I don't know if we should put that out on the town website because I've talked to 4 people in the last 2 months that know nothing about that place.
I think that'd be a great idea, Rob.
You know what I mean? They got great walking trails there.
There's camping there.
You can camp there. Yep, they'll rent you campsites there.
You can rent
It's on the
Our
pond.
church rents the pavilion
Sure.
every summer for
Yeah.
our big church outing. I mean,
Yeah, and I just thought maybe it was a great thing to put on the website, let people know that is out there for the town to use.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually thought about.
Camping is closed now, though.
Oh, yeah, it's closed now, but it is opening during the summertime.
I thought about having a
Oh, yeah.
kind of theme for resident, as well, but I think it ties into the Google form that a survey I had sent out with that, like, who, you know, kind of getting the board to think about a facilitator type of thing, because like we've grown substantially as a town, and it's really challenging for, like, I'm helping with the website because the clerks have so much to do and things, so like really it's like every kind of avenue, and being able to kind of promote those things, I think is important for that.
I mean, like I said, I've had conversations with 4 different people in the last 2 months that know nothing about it. They didn't even know it was accessible.
The schools should take a field trip, right?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have known about it if I wasn't for Laura.
Yeah. And like I said, they got all kinds of walking trails there. And they're, you know, basically all kinds of different levels of walking trails and campsite.
It's a great place to swim. When our church has the outing, the kids are in the water all the time.
I swam there for years.
Yeah.
It was better than swimming in Savannah's Pond.
Snowshoeing this winter.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Comments?
I'll make one more before we move on, sorry. The interview committee that donated their time to interview for the police chief, Kathy's here and John's here, and I'm not sure who else is on the committee. Chief Stewart was there for the budget, police department.
Yeah.
And Megan. Terry Sherman.
Yes, Terry.
We appreciate your effort and your time.
And
Yes,
I was a
definitely.
little
Thank you.
amazed when we were leaving late that, was it Thomas was still working up there?
Yes.
Yeah, it was late.
Yes. He takes this whole election thing very serious.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Get your IDs out.
Yeah.
No.
No, we can't, you can't.
No.
we
Oh, yeah,
can't.
you can. It's not legal
Yeah,
yet.
it's not legal to do that yet.
So Nancy, and John, thank you for your time. Both of these community members have been at the school multiple times a week, hours on end, and, you know, I really appreciate how easy it's been to delegate, and you guys, have taken it, and I thank you for that.
Workshop. Important dates. Tracy, would you like to read that?
Can I have your paper? So, yeah, it'll be my last official meeting. Yeah. October 28th is the planning board meeting at 6:30. November 4th, election day. Selectboard board canceled that night. No select meeting that night. November 11th is Veterans Day, which means the office is closed. November 18th is select board meeting at 6:30. November 25th, planning board meeting at 6:30. November 27th and 28th. Those are the Thanksgiving holidays, and I'm assuming the office will be closed both of those days. December 2nd is select board meeting at 6:30. December 16th, selectmen meeting. And yes, we are at December 24th, in less than 2 months, just about, half day in the office that day, and then they'll be closed Christmas Day. Yeah, and closed Christmas Day.
Is planning board 6:30 or 7?
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
7.
they changed
No, it's 6:30 now.
Changed
Oh,
it,
they
yeah,
changed it?
Can I add something? The transfer station will be closed. We're only working a half a day there.
Which
On
one?
the 24th?
Fourth?
Yep.
Open the 25th though?
You're right, they just give us the worst time.
Can we just be closed entirely, like?
I wish you would do it.
Let's do it. Can we
Quick
put it on the
3 days.
agenda?
Who's gonna go to the transfer?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
I said that, and he said you'd be amazed.
Spend time with your family.
Must have.
Yeah.
See what time I got.
No, sure.
What time are you closing? At noon?
11:30.
Oh, that's even better. All right.
Well, I didn't ask if I wasn't paying attention, honestly, but I do think that there's still not one. While the problem is. I'll make a motion to do an executive session. I didn't do it at the beginning when I should have.
A second?
For tonight? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I came in earlier today to ask for it to be put on. It got taken off. And we were like, oh,
I got the email that said you wanted it taken off.
no, no, no.
Because you had a contact
At 5:30. I had an appointment with someone at 5:15 tonight.
Right, so we got a motion and a second. To add an executive session.
We'll be quick.
All in favor? Opposed?
So I'll make a motion, we do executive session. Exactly what you did.
No, that was to add it, so now you gotta have a motion go in it.
Oh, you need a motion?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Opposed?
Hey, Peter.
I shook to see if Jim's did, but I can't wait.
I know.
Oh, yeah, you're so nice.
I did.
That's who's that?
I know what you're talking about.
That's what I said.
So now what? Did you ever hear from Josh Saylor? Did you ever end up?
So where we go?
I was like,
What
Oh,
happened?
like ding, 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 yeah.
What happened?
That was really strange.
Yeah, that was-
Yes. You look cute. Yeah, adorable, George. What's yours?
He said he found some stuff up at the, He said he had a bunch of different uniforms and stuff like that. That's kind of neat. I think it's so neat.
Gets it from me, because.
What's that?
He gets it from me, so I majored in history and
Yeah,
college.
oh, you did?
Yeah, I wanted to be a history, I wanted to be a social studies.
Oh, no good.
And then I realized, yeah, I probably wouldn't last. But,
Yeah, yeah, that's good, that's cool.
he likes
I don't know.
talking history with my father-in-law.
You probably know my father.
Dan Kirk, you know Dan Kirk?
Yeah.
That's my father.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, he's got the
That's right.
first.
Somebody said you were very good.
Did you have Becky?
Becky, no, that.
So Tim's the younger brother, he's in the middle. Patrick's the older.
I'm gonna bring it up when
Patrick,
you go
Patrick,
upstairs.
okay, all right.
Jim, I'll see you at home.
Yeah.
I don't think this will take long.
All right, good. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, and my youngest, he's,
I know Dan, I don't know him really good, but I know who he is. He belongs to the league.
well, all my uncles were, well, Becky's uncles are,
Yeah.
active with, so.
They're all in the
JP.
military.
It's funny, I always say Uncle Paul, but everyone calls him JP.
Yeah, sure. It was, Rapid. Yeah, sure.
Uncle Ken, who passed
Yeah,
away.
that's the one, and then there's Ronnie.
Ronnie, Mickey, yeah.
No, you get ready to shut the light off.
No, I was gonna say, do you guys want to talk? It's, you shut the light off.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you.
But yeah, Stanley, you know,
Yeah.
loves history.
Yeah, Stanley, okay, yeah.
Good. Listen to my little, well, the Savannah.
Good.
Yep. Simon's the actor. He likes to act. He's the
Yeah,
one that acted.
oh, does he?
Yeah, he's been in, at public theater.
Oh, no kidding.
They've invited him up to, because he's only in sixth grade. They've invited him up several times. He's done high school.
Oh, no kidding. Good for him.
Now
Good for him.
he's going over there after school gets out. He's been getting lessons from the high school. He's a teacher playing trumpet.
Oh, really? Talented.
Yeah.
That's something to get out there. What about your daughter? What about your daughter?
She's very much into arts. She likes art stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Good.
She's got a good knack for drawing. But yeah, so, you know, all of, and my youngest son, he's a ham radio operator. I'm very active with ham radio.
Are you really?
Tracy probably says, oh, he's Corey's got ham radio. I'm always posted on, I don't do much on Facebook.
Yeah.
but I don't do politics.
Yeah,
And I don't do, you know, yeah, it's like, I just share family stuff, and ham radio. I've done ham radio for 30 years.
So you know Ronnie Ray?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I know Ronnie
You
Ray.
do? Okay, good, 'cause I'm trying to think how many ham radio operators are there. I know Ronnie Ray was big into it. I don't know if he still does it or not.
He does, yeah. I used to be in touch with him, then his wife got injured.
Yeah, she broke her hip. I
And
haven't
then,
talked,
once that happened,
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I should text him, see
I
check in how he's doing.
gotta get ahold of him.
We used to chat.
Yeah, I don't know.
He used to dispatch, and I used to dispatch.
Yeah. He talked about one time doing a training thing for, that's a huge thing
But yeah, I know Ronnie, and, yeah, I agree with that.
You just feel whooping that?
And then probably another radio.
We got about 15 revolutionary veterans too in the cemetery, and we've done a couple of biographies, me and another guy went to biographies down in eighth grade gifted down, they just give you something like that, it's bad. I'd like to be able to have somebody dress up kind of old, and be in the cemetery itself next to the headstone, and say, you know, I'm representing, or however they want to word it. I don't know. I gotta come up with some kind of
I think
narrative.
when he gets older, I think he really wants to do the, recreations, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's supposed to be one this year coming up in Turner. Because I got hold of the Turner Historical Society, on the lady that runs that, Linda Falls. She said that they're doing it, reenacting.
What was it, 20 years ago, they did it right
On Eddie Buildings doing it.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah.
I wish I missed that somehow. I knew they were gonna do it, so and I missed that.
I think that was right around early 2000, somewhere around
Yeah,
2000, 2000, somewhere.
Yeah.
But, I know, I love it. American Revolution.
It did blow me away, because, you know, we talked about those people first settling, and they came in after the revolution, you know what I mean? It wasn't before the revolution. Most people were coming in after the revolution, and a lot of them were staying, a lot of them were coming inland to get away from the taxation, away from the people that were controlling the coast. And they came inland, and it just became nothing. It became absolutely nothing. How the heck they live? It jumped on me. And you go and you see they have families, and all of a sudden, all the kids, they come down with some kind of
Willpower's a strong thing too.
cold.
You know what I mean?
It is. It just amazes me that, you know, the strong survive. I hate to say it that way. You have a lot of families that get wiped right out. Whatever disease they had. I mean, you didn't have penicillin, you didn't have nothing. Right? What they do in the middle of the winter, how'd they survive?
Yeah, I can tell Sandy,
Yeah, tell them what I'm thinking of. I'd like to do something here before it gets too cold.
Yeah.
And it just,